You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Disclaimer, like I said, every fucking episode, we don't care if we liked it or not. We still watch your shit, and congratulations to you. We support you, and shout outs to you, nigga, because you made it. We don't know you. We're watching this. Your movie, anybody around the world can watch your shit. You made it, my nigga. You famous. You good.
Just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click it, turn it off. So I feel like Regina, I feel like her character, her character kind of swerved into the lane of the Robin. You know what I mean? Like she had her dreams, and then Merch started feeling the. I I feel like Merch through this whole movie, he's kind of been that nigga that everybody picked on.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? He's always been that goofy one everybody made fun of. Everybody but Regina Hall, and he kind of respected her for that. But at the same time, he felt like he was always overlooked. You know what I mean? Like he's always that pushover, and I think that's why he took the angle he took of. Nigga, I gotta get these frustrations out.
Right, and that was I related like a motherfucker just of having like not being punked, but being like the nice nigga or the nigga that don't like kind of passive, you know what I mean? Like I'm just like, man, whatever. And it's like you build up frustration where it's like shit. One day you gonna have your breaking point. One day you're gonna have to let that shit out.
Right.
I like that for his character because it's like it's not like because when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, oh, this nigga became an MMA fighter. I was like, that's strange. But I realized that it was just an outlet for him, you know what I mean, to get his frustrations out. And he was able to respond to his friends differently. Like, when he was out there talking to Quinn, he was like, look, nigga, I ain't no bitch ass nigga, yo. Like, you know, when a nigga know he can fight, he started talking a little bit different. That nigga was like, look, nigga, shit ain't funny no more, nigga. Quentin was like, hold on, man, I ain't say nothing. We your friends, man. Like, nah, nigga, fuck that. Nigga, like, Merch he was hardcore at the end. He was like, he got on Harper's case. Like, nigga, you always pick yourself, nigga.
He got on everybody because, like, nigga, do something.
Like, nigga, he started saying something to his wife. He was like, nigga, nah, you can't talk to her like that. I was like, that nigga did a 180 on him. Like, nigga, fuck all that. Nigga, you ain't tell me nothing. When they was like, yo, you can't tell Merch nothing. He can't keep a secret. He's like, hey, yo, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
nigga, he was like, yo, I ain't coming to your premiere. Click. So I was like, that his character development, I appreciated that. Nigga just was like, yo, he grew some balls and was like, yo, fuck all y'all.
Right. And he sold it in that scene, like when you talk about with Terrence Howard when he's walking with the daughters.
Yeah.
It's like you could tell it was boiling over, but he didn't want to react to nobody. So he was trying to like hold it in. He kept trying to tell him like just like leave me alone.
Yeah.
Nigga was like, he just make a couple jokes like, nigga, that shit ain't funny. Like, nigga, how many years y'all gonna keep making these? Fuck you. Now I'm ready to beat ass. Now y'all finna be the joke.
I'm thinking that nigga was I'm thinking he's gonna fire somebody before the end of the film. Like
I thought he was.
Either he gonna punch Harper, Quinn, or the nigga that tried to touch on his wife.
Oh man.
That was deep. That little part right there. I was like, damn, like they touching on shit or whatever. But it's like I figured it was gonna happen after a while that she was spending way too much time in that nigga's office, and that nigga was just sitting at the desk on some creep shit.
Because at first when he walked up to her and she was like, "Look at this," he kind of leaned in. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, don't touch her," but then he didn't.
Yeah,
he kind of went back to his he got on the phone. Then when he came that second time, I was like, "Oh, he finna do it."
Yeah, grabbed a handful of that titty, nigga. I was like, damn. I was like, well, here this goes. But that's another fucked up part. But I was just really thinking about that. I'm like, damn, like she was like you're getting somewhere in your career. You got this guy, this mentor that's helping you out, and you think shit, like my shit about to take off. Like, so mentally you happy, you excited about, shit happens, and then in a blink of an eye, that shit just goes to shit. Like there's nothing that, you know what I mean? Like now I gotta worry about like if you gonna lie on me, if you know what I mean, your power is gonna, push me back down. If you
got that you have the power to bury my shit right now.
Right. And it's just like, damn, like, am I not gonna tell nobody about this so I can get my shit off? Or what I mean? But at the end she ended up, outing him. Which
right.
which in some cases works, and then in other cases, you know what I mean, a woman is silenced.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's some. I don't want to say some. In most cases, ain't nobody gonna believe that. This nigga been doing this for years.
Right.
And all of a sudden, you know what I mean? That's most cases. So it's like, damn, like that fucked up perspective. And then it's like, you just watched your husband beat ass in this video.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you let this nigga know? Because you know he going straight to jail.
For sure.
If he react the wrong way, he going straight to jail because he going up there.
Yeah, and he going there to let off frustrations that he ain't never, you know. He was
he got brand new frustrations about to beat this old nigga ass.
Yeah, because regardless, I think as a man, something like that happened to your wife is like you go black. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. It's always like an ego thing. It's like you want to protect your wife, right? But also you want to stay out to protect your wife.
Yeah, and you think about that a lot. That's a lot of things I think about, like the wrong reaction. Like say I'm protecting my daughter or something. It's like now I'm in jail.
And now anybody can affect her, and you can't do nothing about it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you got to do it the smart way, but also you want to make sure your wife and your family feels protected, because as soon as you don't do something about it,
right?
But depending on the woman, I'm not saying all women are like this, but depending on the woman, she might look at you different.
Yeah, that too.
You know what
but
I mean?
it's a different. So say merch was there. That's different. It ain't nothing to talk about if we there.
Oh no, if I see it, it's just action.
There's nothing to talk about. But it, like you said, it's like when it's premeditated. When you got time to think about it, it's like, damn, I want to. I got to be smart with how I react.
Right.
And like you said, you have to feel that sense of, if something were to happen, you know I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're not worried about it.
Yeah, that's a hard one, man. She didn't tell him right away because, just like you said, she knew that nigga would probably go off without thinking. So,
right.
But at the same time, I'm thinking like, damn, like I would have wanted to know that shit right away. I don't think my wife would have held nothing like that back, because but at the same time, it's just like, shit. That's the and he an old nigga, so it's just like that's a difficult one to go over there and like beat the old nigga ass. Like I like, yo, this nigga going to jail. Something got to happen. You know what I mean? Because
or he getting his ass whooped. I mean, like so I would say from my wife, because she knows my triggers. So it's like I get nervous and I tell her all the time, I'm like, let me know, because I feel like she's scared to let me know. If something like that were to happen, I feel like she would be like, how could I handle this before I let him know?
Yeah.
Because my reaction is, I'm capable of doing. I think a lot of shit through, but I'm capable of, when it comes to them, I'm capable of just, nigga, whatever it is, it is. And that's not a good way to do it. So it's like the hesitations. It's like, that's what I worry about. Like if some shit like that happened, let me know. You want to know immediately, but then I don't want to say you're scared of how you're going to react, because you're going to react how you react.
Yeah, because you never know once it's in your face.
Yes.
Like when it's in your face, it's just like, all right, I have to do something. Like my body is pushing me to do something. Like there's no time to think. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just off of pure reaction. And I mean, but if I had a chance to sit there and think, you know what I mean, I start thinking like super rational, like, I mean, I can go to jail. I can fuck around and hurt this nigga and fuck around and kill him. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, like niggas be out here catching the blues, nigga. I don't know how many fucking internet fights you seen, but them niggas be out there, niggas laid, nigga, almost dead, brain dead. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. And nowadays you can't. Well, I mean, in California, you can't protect yourself with no weapon.
Nah.
You really out.
Nah.
You know what I mean? You out of there. So it's like,
especially if it's premeditated. If you're on your way to do it, nigga, you've already made the decision. So that's premeditated. You've already fucked up.
And now your wife she gonna wait for you for about a few years, but you know what I mean? That's what I think about that shit a lot, nigga. Like on some real shit, I be like, man, I'll react to some shit happening like that. She might tell me, right? It's like, oh, this nigga did this. I react. I'm in jail. You can't wait for me. Now you with another nigga after a few years or whatever, because you tired of waiting, and I'm just
in it.
I'm just in here off of protecting something that ain't even mine no more.
Right. And then you come home with you can't be here. Like, but You're gonna wake him up. What the fuck?
You
What?
gonna
Hold
wake
up.
who up? Fuck this nigga, man. It's my house.
Fuck that nigga and fuck y'all. Burn this motherfucker down and go back.
Man, boy. Men got it hard, man. I ain't gonna lie, cause a woman ain't gotta think about nothing like that. Like,
Nah.
if a woman harass you, or say it's just like, you know, a woman, yeah, there's a chance that women might pop off, but it ain't gonna go as far as probably death. It ain't gonna go as far as, you know, if they do a fight, ain't nobody gonna care.
Nah. Break it up, go home.
Break it up, like, all right, stop. You know what I mean? And you good. And most women is like, shit, they ain't gonna fight nobody.
Ain't no. If I told my wife, yeah, this woman at my job touched me,
She probably laughing at you.
You let her touch you? Like, damn.
Like, wait a minute. I got me too out this motherfucker.
Why you let her get close? What was y'all doing in there alone? You get all that before you get she touched you.
Right. A wife would tell you, well, I told you that bitch was like, she fucked with you.
Literally. I told you that bitch liked you.
You kept wanting to be around the motherfucker. That's your fault.
You didn't want to get a new job.
Now you tell her something. Well, like, damn, like I'm the victim.
Oh, you gotta go back to work.
Oh, the victim. Like, hell no, you gotta talk to her.
Oh shit, that's fucked up. That double standard. That you gotta go back to work. Like, hey, my wife said don't be touched.
My wife said don't touch me no more.
What you don't know won't hurt her, nigga. To get in this room.
This nigga between a rock and a hard place. Like, I quit my job.
Oh my god. And then she gonna leave you still. You can't be around here. You ain't making no money.
You can't be around here right now. It's crazy. It's like, what?
Oh shit.
But man, yeah, those two characters, their relationship was, you know, I felt like it was pretty good. I felt like when it came to like everything that the others didn't have, well, Tay Diggs and Sanaa Lathan's character didn't have, they did have a communication. Other than the fact that, you know, he was doing shit behind her back, like fighting or whatever. But that was just like, you know, he was just trying to, he didn't want to worry her probably. Like, you know what I mean? I'm out here, you know, trying to become an MMA fighter low key. And he didn't.
And you know what's funny? I thought that was the angle she was gonna take when she showed up.
Yeah, she was like low key turned on by it. I was like,
yeah.
And I guess I wasn't paying attention to her character as much because I felt like she had a lot going on. Like she was doing like test studies with like, I don't know, like weed, right? You know what I mean, in the beginning. So it's like her character was on some other shit, but I felt like in that group it was mostly focused on Merch's character. You know what I mean? But maybe I just wasn't intrigued as much or like into her character because I feel like she had some dialogue and she had things going on other than the assault.
It was because Merch was more Merch did what I thought Harper should have did. He more so listened to her, respected what she was doing.
Right.
So there was a little bit of conflict in her being so focused in work, but it wasn't as much as blowing up. It was more so regular relationship shit.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Compared to what Harper and what's her name was going through.
Yeah. So like I liked her as a wife. Like as far as like everybody else, you know what I mean? That was the why I felt like she was, you know what I mean, she held her dude down, you know what I mean? Like, you know, she was never on no bull. Like when he did drugs, she did drugs. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, I got an edible. She's like, shit, I got an edible. They partying together. I feel like they had a good time. They respected each other or whatever. She had a headache. She was sick. He was just like trying to get that morning loving in. She was like, yeah, just be gentle. Like a lot of wives be just like, nigga, I got a headache. Like, I'm sick. You know what I mean? Like she was on her shit. She was like, fuck it.
She was still down. Nigga, like,
yeah. She was like, shit, nigga, let's get it in. Just be gentle. It was like,
message, nigga, message. Sometimes just shut the fuck up and let it happen.
Just let it happen. I don't give a fuck. Was you sick? What? What's that mean? You ain't throwing up and shitting on yourself. I'm gonna get you to bust it open one good time.
I ain't asked you to move nothing. Just stay there.
Shit, man, some real shit. But
oh shit.
That shit was comedy though. I think that I like their relationship in this. I felt like it came a long way from her being a stripper, and then the second one, him having to deal with the fact that she was a stripper and her past. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
he got over that.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, it was like
Now they're just a regular
like,
family. Like now they're just doing regular family shit.
right. Like that didn't come. I don't even think that came up. Like they did come up one time. It was like, oh, mommy was a stripper. That was like in the beginning, but they didn't bring it up. After that, it was just like, all right, we're not gonna beat that horse anymore. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.